Hi there, this is Mr. Evans. This video is looking at the Carroll CSR pyramid within the social environment. We're looking at the social environment in the context of our PESTLE analysis, scanning the external environment for opportunities and threats that could impact on our business. And the emergence of corporate social responsibility is something that's happened in over a huge amount of time really, but particularly in the last few years there have been EU directives issued for big businesses on how they need to report what activities they're engaging with in terms of CSR. So corporate social responsibility basically means behaving in a way that is socially responsible. Contributing to society and so on and so forth. And Carroll's pyramid is a hierarchy, just like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We can go up and down the hierarchy, and it illustrates the different ways in which companies can engage in CSR. So let's have a look at these in a bit more detail. At the bottom, we've got, these are all kind of different responsibilities that an organisation might have in terms of CSR. At the bottom, we've got our economic responsibilities. Okay, so a business has to make a profit, all right? If it doesn't make a profit, it's not going to survive. If it doesn't survive, it can't be of any benefit to society anyway. So a business has an economic responsibility to make a profit, to keep its workers employed, to keep its customers well, and to, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but businesses are oftentimes creating the solutions that we need to problems like climate change. But if we don't make a profit, we can't engage in those activities. Okay, well, I've often used this quote by Phil Knight at Nike, who described profit as being like red blood cells to a company. Nobody wakes up in the morning saying, I'm going to make more red blood cells today, gets all excited about it, but without red blood cells, we're not going to survive. Businesses won't survive without profit, but actually their purpose oftentimes is to do more than just make a profit. They want to make a contribution too. So the next level up is the company's legal responsibilities. So these two responsibilities at the foot of the hierarchy are kind of like the minimum requirements. If we're not making a profit, we're not going to survive. It's arguable that businesses can survive without meeting their legal responsibilities, but certainly they're probably at some point going to get into trouble as a result of that. All right, but doing this means that as a minimum you're going to be treating your employees and customers at the lowest acceptable standards. Okay, it doesn't sound particularly inspiring, but we're going to be paying our employees the minimum wage. Our customers, our products will be adhering to kind of customer law, and these are the minimum kind of responsibilities that a business has. However, when we get up to the next level, which is ethical responsibilities, this is optional. Okay, businesses don't have to go beyond their legal responsibilities. That's the point of the law. It's minimum standards enforced by the government. But when we get it, businesses aren't required by law to behave ethically. So ethics are kind of moral standards by which people live. Now there are employment laws, which are a minimum kind of responsibility, but businesses may also take on extra ethical responsibilities, for example, for their workers in their supply chain. So making sure that workers, if they're in developing countries, are treated well, are paid a reasonable wage, aren't working in kind of slave conditions. And that might go beyond law in some of those countries. So this can be argued to benefit businesses in that they may attract ethical consumers, but the point is this is optional. Beyond ethical responsibilities are philanthropic responsibilities. Philanthropy means giving your time, your resources, your money, your effort to society at large, to maybe giving money to charity, or the company maybe volunteers to build a playground in an area of high deprivation because they've got a factory there. This is moving beyond even ethics. We're actually contributing, we're physically contributing our resources, our company's time, effort, personnel to benefit society at large. Now, it's possible to see some tensions within this as well. Okay, so there may be some tensions between trying to engage in philanthropic responsibilities, taking a business's maybe employees or certainly cash away from contributing to profit. Okay, so we can see that maybe as we move up the hierarchy, some of these higher level needs may even conflict with these lower level needs. But the point is, the business is going to need to do these as a minimum to survive. These top level needs are optional, but there are various advantages and disadvantages of an organisation choosing to engage in these, such as the attraction of certain groups of consumers, improved brand image, less chance of being sued by employees who've been treated badly, etc. Okay, just a final thing, I have mentioned this before, but CSR reporting, there's EU laws that oblige companies, big companies, banks, and I can't remember the other groups, but they need to report on their corporate social responsibilities activities in 5 areas: environmental protection, social responsibility and treatment of employees, respect for human rights, anti-corruption and bribery, and diversity of company boards in terms of age, gender, educational and professional background. And every year, as part of their audited reports, including the income statement, the balance sheet, PLCs are obliged to produce a CSR report, which is audited and checked. So this is becoming a bigger area of concern for businesses.